So this is a really simple look. I've done something similar to this a couple times, I feel like, but I just wanted to go over a few things that maybe I haven't touched on before, so I decided to record it again. A very simple look that can be taken easily from daytime to nighttime. It can be worn to your office, or it can be worn out at night. It all depends on how much you want to, or how far you want to take it. So it kind of covers a lot of the basic principles of eyeshadow and following your bone structure and all that stuff. So if you think you can learn something from it, I hope you'll watch it. Thanks so much. My eyebrows are already on. So what I'm going to do now is take my favorite concealer. This is MAC's Studio Finish. This is pretty much what I use as a concealer on a regular basis. And I'm taking an angled brush. This is a synthetic haired angled brush. Your concealer should be a little bit lighter, maybe 1 or 2 shades lighter than your skin. And I'm going to outline right under my brow. And just work that down. I'm just going to leave it sloppy for a second and do the same thing to the other eye. Outline it. And it's still kind of messy, but you can already see where we're going with this. The concept is pretty simple. If you take something that is lighter and put it against something that is darker, meaning the brow, the darker is going to stand out more. So that's why we do this. And it also, I mean, I have dark circles. My eyes, the skin around my eyes is just dark and always has been since I was a kid. So this really helps me to look a little bit more alive. I'm going to do the same on the top. Okay, and to take care of the top, I'm going to take a rectangular brush like this. And I'm going to go right up against that line and sweep up. I'm doing the same on the other side. And then I just like to sweep my hand over it. And this trick is great if you are a makeup artist, or if you have somebody that sits in your chair and their eyebrows are not waxed and you have to fudge it and make it look like they are waxed. So this comes in handy for that. And it also gives people who really have no shape whatsoever to their eyebrows a little bit more of a shapely look. So now that I've just taken my finger, smoothed it out on top, I'm going to dip my hand into the concealer. You can see that I still haven't blended this portion in, but I'm going to take the concealer and just put that all over my lid. I'm doing the same on the other side. I like to very quickly set this concealer because concealer is a very thick version of a cream-based foundation. That's all it is. It's just much thicker in its consistency. Therefore, it is a heavier product. So it can fall into the cracks and creases of your face easier because it is so heavy. So I like to take MAC's Prep and Prime. This is a loose powder, and it's just white, and I just set it with that. Go all into my lid, and this will prevent it from hours from now creasing. All right, and now that we've set that, I'm just going to take the same concealer and go underneath my eye with it. I notice a trend going thanks to Nicki Minaj and like Little Kim, different artists, and I get it more and more frequently. Girls asking for their under eye to be super white. Kim Kardashian also does this, and they ask me, how do you do it? Just go 1 shade lighter than you normally would with your concealer. So you always have to remember when you're doing a full face of makeup, chances are you're doing it for something. You're doing a photo shoot, or you're doing, going to a party, you know that there's going to be pictures taken. So what I always tend to do, even when I'm doing pictures like photo shoots, I'll bring my camera with me and I will take pictures of the model as I go along so that I can see how it looks when a flash is involved, because how things look in person and how they look on camera can be totally different. And I am going to set my concealer that I've just put under my eye the same way I did with the top, with the MAC Prep and Prime powder. Now I'm going to put on my eyeliner. And you guys know I always put on a winged eyeliner. I like to use Wet n Wild's gel liner. And this is an angled brush that I got from a craft store called Michael's. When it comes to the point, I keep my eye open. Start from the bottom corner of my lid. And just trace a little line outwards. Then I connect my top. Very little on my brush when I do that. Any kind of shading that I may have had or contouring on my eye naturally is all gone because we whited it out with the concealer. So I'm going to take Wedge, which is a MAC color. It's actually one of the colors that I use to fill in eyebrows a lot. And I'm going to take a domed fluffy brush, and following my just bone structure here, the natural socket in my eye, I'm just going to add a slight contour there. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Now I am going to take a pencil brush and Carbon from MAC, putting a tiny bit on the brush and making sure that I really got all of the excess off of it. I'm going to so faintly work into the second half, and then taking this, I'm going to take it and blend it. This is the same brush that we used to put on Wedge. And you see I'm not blending it all the way in. I'm just keeping it on the second portion. Alright, and I'm going to do a contour on the cheeks with Blunt. Taking that right in the hollow of my cheek. And I'm going to use Copper Tone for my cheeks, which is just a matte kind of pink. And for the lips, you can really just do whatever you want to do. But you have to keep in mind that the lips are something that can make or break the look. It can take it really dramatic, or it can keep it really simple. So I'm going to opt to kind of go in between with a orangish kind of color. This is Meltdown. And it's very sheer. It's kind of a sheer color. Not too heavy. So I hope you guys learned something from this. I've done several videos like this before, but my hope is that every time I explain it, maybe I say something to where you can understand it better. So for a detailed list of products used, you can always go to BeatFaceHoney.com in the blog section. And I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.